going on, people? Good evening. Welcome to United View. Welcome to your late night view. What's going on? What's going on? Second installment of the late night view. Yesterday was dope, man. Everyone got involved in the chat. Everyone enjoyed it. Good response from it. So that's always good to see. Everyone got involved in the comments. Everyone got involved in the live stream. So that's good to see. International football is on again in about 45 minutes time. So we're going to do a little show before that. Just to let you know, Varane and Pogba are both starting. Bruno did start tonight and has already got an assist. I don't know how that game's panned out. But a lot to talk about tonight. A funny, interesting show with KG today. If you haven't watched that, check that out after this as well. Flex and KG show, always vibes. Just catching up in it. Just always good vibes, always good energy. You don't know what to do as you walk in. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know where you're at. Big up Flex and the team. Big up all the mods. Says Boogle Lovers Tech. Run down his deal, then he can come go to West Ham on a free. Happy day, says Thunder Enjoy. That is in reference to Jesse Lingard, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Jesse Lingard rejects new deal? Question mark. Jesse Lingard willing to run his contract down? Question mark. These are all questions and talking points that we've got to talk about tonight. If we get into it, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Ronaldo as well. When are we not going to talk about Ronaldo? But Ronaldo is in training. I know me and KG done a show earlier, and at the time it was very much he got to Carrington. There was rumours and reports from not great sources, if I'm honest with you, that he won't be in training until Friday, which means he'd have to be on the bench. Well, I'm not saying he's definitely going to start, but there's a high chance he would. And the fact is that he's in training today. We've seen the videos, we've seen the pictures of Ronaldo looking happy and smiling with the camp, which is obviously positive for us in terms of him starting this game. We've got Streatham in the house as well, says Cash Money. Love from Melbourne, Australia, says Bin Avenue. And love from Bahrain, says Essa, sorry. Watching you in Whitby, North Yorkshire. Good evening to you, Sir Flex, says Mark Riley. Big up yourself, Mark. Bo, East London in the house. Bo E3, yeah? Okay, we've got the E3 gang. Lux Hill says. And Flex, how many goals do you think Ronaldo will score for us this season? And how many trophies do you see us winning? And Rank Me says Viva Ronaldo. Just quickly on that before I carry on to answer that. I've gone with 25 across all competitions. I haven't really gone into the whole, he's going to get 25 in the Prem, another 8 to 10 in the Champions League, another couple in Europe. I haven't really got that far yet. My thing is just a flat 25 across all competitions as a minimum, I think. So hopefully that does happen. Big up Flex, India gang. And Moshia says big up Flex. And Mark Anthony says sup Flex. So yeah, let's get into this. Reports are from tonight. Earlier on today, probably about an hour ago, a couple of hours ago now. Two different reports. One is from Rob Dawson from ESPN. He says that Jesse Lingard has just straight rejected a new contract. And then Paul Hurst elaborates on that from the Times, and he says that Jesse Lingard is ready to run down his contract unless he is assured by the Man United hierarchy that he is in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's first team plans. So, I mean, it doesn't, I think, to discuss this balance on the balance front, it doesn't necessarily mean that a deal has been put on the table and he's rejected it. I would lean more towards the second statement, which is from the Times, which is more, and this is me personally, it's more about what reassurances can you give me? If not, I'm just going to leave. Which I find that a bit weird, because it's not like Jesse probably wouldn't have known that. I mean, I always find it difficult to talk about what really goes on behind the scenes and give like a real strong opinion either side, because the reality is we're looking at it from a football perspective, because that's what we care about as fans of the club. But there are two sides. There's more than two sides. There's probably 3 or 4 sides. There's Jesse's personal circumstances with his family, which who are we to dictate and say what he should and shouldn't do? But we can comment from a football's perspective. And there's also the club's perspective and the asset perspective. Maybe Jesse, I was talking to someone the other day and they were like, listen, I can see him signing a new deal just so Man United time down and keep the value up, and then West Ham come in January or come in the end of the year. I think if Jesse gets to January and he's hardly played, I think he goes again in January. But if that does happen, it was like he's only got 6 months left on his deal. Why didn't we just sell him in the summer? So maybe Jesse has said, look, I'll sign a new deal and then I'll go in January. But with the noises that we're hearing don't suggest that. The noises that we're hearing is that basically Jesse saying, "Give me some assurances, or I'm off. I'm not even going to sign a new deal." And to be fair, again, this is hypothetical. This is a discussion base. It's not fact. But really, a lot of players are starting to go into their last year of deals and manipulate the situation. And I use manipulation in a term that isn't in a negative way. I mean, manufacture the best situation for them. I think Raheem Sterling's in his last year. Paul Pogba's going into his last year, big money move. Look what Mbappe's doing. We're seeing players start to go near that territory of not signing deals, getting into their last year, where they hold all the cards. I think that's a bit of a thing at the moment, where they hold all the cards and it's their career. Fair play. More for the clubs for letting it get that far. So if Jesse is doing that for his own personal reasons to secure, again, this is going to be Jesse's. Is it going to be his last big contract? I think you'd have to say yeah. What is Jesse? 29 now, nearly 30. This is going to be his last big contract. He wants to get it right, and he should absolutely take his time with it and not rush. Especially if Man United haven't put something to him that's made his mind up that quick, or vice versa, West Ham. So he's completely entitled to do that. It's his future. It's his family he's got to look after. It's his career. So I get that. But I just feel like it'll be a little bit silly of us to end up in a position where Jesse goes 6 months down the line. He only has 6 months left in his deal. Then he says, actually, I'm just going to run it down and I'm going to go for free at the end of the year. Or we take a little bit of money for him with only 6 months left, and West Ham are going to say, right, well, you tried to charge us 25 million in the summer. We couldn't afford it, or whatever it didn't happen. Even 20 million. I don't even think there was a concrete bid of that. So what happens if it gets to January? How much would Jesse be worth then? 12 million? 15 million, if that? With only 6 months left on his contract at that point, having not played much football, let's face it. The interesting part about that is Jesse wanting reassurances. The bit where it says Jesse Lingard is ready to run down the contract unless he is assured by Man United hierarchy that he's in Ollie's plans. Is Ollie going to give him... I don't want Ollie to lie to Jesse. Is Ollie going to give him, is anyone going to give him that reassurance that he's looking for? Gecko says, anyone want a ticket for Saturday? Spare seat in Salford Suite. I dare say there's a lot of people in the chat who would want that. So if that's something you can organise, Geeko, put your in the chat and help a United fan out. Yeah, let's see. I'm sure a lot of people want to go to that game. Big up Flex, but why wasn't the conversation held during the window? Said Anthony Pinnell. Good point. That's pretty much what I'm saying. It seems a bit weird to get these stories now, only a few days after the transfer window shut, and then it's like he's saying, and this is reported. It's reported that he's saying, well, I want reassurances that I'm going to play. Well, surely you would have had those reassurances or lack of reassurances during the whole summer. For you to say that, for Ollie to be saying Jesse's part of the plans, for Ollie to be saying he was going to start the first game of the season against Leeds if he didn't get COVID, for Ollie to be saying, I expect him to be here after the transfer window, which is what ended up happening. For all those things to happen, you would think that the conversations were fairly positive between Jesse and Ollie. So I don't really know how to feel about that. I'm not going to go too strong one way or the other, because I think we're hearing contrasting things. I think the truth is no one really knows. What we do know is the fact that Jesse's still here. And Ollie said he's part of his plans. Whether that transpires into minutes on the pitch, who knows? Keegan said this before, players are realising their power. 100%, Keegan, they are. And realising that, and realising that it is in their control. I want to take this one, actually. Mr. Person says, Flex, you still think Fred and Bissouma are the same level? You saw them long shots I sent you on Insta. Yeah. Oh, was that you, Mr. Person? Yeah, I do remember saying that. Of course I remember saying it. It wasn't long ago. My thing wasn't that Bissouma wasn't better than Fred. My question is how much better is he? And don't get me wrong, as I'm reading that comment, which I wanted to take, because I'm never afraid to take, the opposing opinion to mine. I enjoy that. I really do. That's the beauty of this. I was saying how much better is he, but as I'm saying it now, it does sound like a nuts argument to try and stand for Fred, because in the last couple of games he's been particularly bad, and we know his limitations in it. But big up Mr. Person. It was so funny because I was like, and Bissouma can't really shoot, and then he just sent me some long compilation video of Bissouma just licking it from far. But I could make one of those of Fred. and show Fred's best bits. Do you know what I mean? It happens. I prefer Fred, the red in our midfield, says Kieran. Much better, bro. Haha. Yeah, I rate you, says Mr. Person. Big up yourselves. Flex taking KG to Old Trafford deserves a special on its own, says Will Chan. Oh my days. What am I even thinking? Like, it's not like, obviously, that KG's been Old Trafford bare times before, but I just feel like now with where we're at and what we do, I just feel like I'm just gonna have to be his dad. Like, honestly, I just feel like I'm gonna have to just look out for him, check on him. Typical, but it'll be great fun. Great work, Flex. Love the channel. How did KG get a ticket? He managed to get himself one. You don't have to ask him that. KG managed to secure the bag. Do you know what I mean? Listen, KG knows Jason Sudeikis. Jason Sudeikis? Yeah, not Jason Statham. What's the guy's name? Jason. It is Jason Sudeikis, isn't it? The main guy in like Ted Lasso, who's been in all the funny film. KG's big Hollywood brother, getting picked up in cars to go to shoots. Don't worry about KG. Great stream today, Flex, along with KG. Shining show, says Chanduri. If you're just joining us, I was basically saying that Jesse Lingard potentially might be trying to run down his deal. And we've been talking about player power. We've been talking about why wasn't this discussed in the summer. It's a bit weird that it's coming out now. But I think there is something in this. I think the truth is we won't know either way. But I do think there's something in it, if I'm deadly honest with you, because, you know, Jesse probably doesn't have that level of, you know, reassurance, you know. So, but he's chose to stay. So something's got to be up there. Donny, we spoke about already. Look, I think I want to leave that where it is now. I think we'll have to just see. Imagine he starts against Newcastle after all of that. Imagine that would be amazing. We'll have to see that. I wanted to move on to as well. What's your view on the 3 p.m. kickoff, Flex, says AK. Well, quick, I'll answer that before I move on to Ronaldo starting training and Sancho back in training as well. It's difficult I mean, I'm a match-going fan, so my perspective of it is different. It is Jason Sudeikis, by the way. My perspective of it is different because I'm at all the games, but I do feel for people in this country who are obviously not at all the games who want to watch it. I think Man United, from a Man United perspective, a lot of our games, obviously this one isn't, a lot of our games are you know, on TV or either on Super Sunday or late on a Saturday or Monday night, whatever. So we're quite lucky with that. But for fans of all the other clubs, I think it's quite difficult and it isn't exactly fair. I know you guys in India, across Asia, in America, in Africa, I believe as well, Middle East. I know a lot of you guys out there get to see all of the Premier League games. So yeah, I would like to see it kind of just open for everyone. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit crazy. What was I going to say? That was it. Ronaldo in training. That is a big plus. I mean, we saw the pictures of him at Carrington earlier when me and KG were live. Those pictures were coming through, but it was great to see. How nice was it? I mean, let me know in the comments how you lot were feeling when you just saw Ronaldo just with the ball at his feet in a United kit again. And you know what was funny? I've never seen Mata walk with that little bounce. I ain't seen him move that quick in a hot minute. He was walking with a little bounce next to CR7, you know what I'm saying, walking into training. It was nice, man. It was nice. It was nice to see. And it just made it feel real again. You know, that he is actually here. Obviously, we know we've signed him and that wasn't ever going to change. But when you see him there, I just think it just adds to it. And, you know, now I've seen him in training today. For me, what day is it today? It's Wednesday. It's Tuesday. So he's got, I mean, I know the whole squad isn't back yet. It's the players who are not on international duty, but he's in great shape. Lil Yo-Yo says, Flex, did you see Dalot's face? He was acting like all of us, mesmerised. I did. And that's his Portuguese compatriot as well. He's played with him in the national team. So all these players are going to be gassed. And we're, and you know, of us as fans are gassed, but they're no different as players. They are buzzing. Don't get it twisted. They are buzzing to be playing with Ronaldo. Even the big boys, like obviously Bruno, but, you know, the Pogbas and Varane's, again, he's already played with Ronaldo. The experienced players, Maguire's. Do you know what I'm saying? These players are gassed. Cavani, Mason, obviously. You know, a lot of these players will be excited. And Rashford coming back. Keep forgetting Rashford's coming back from injury as well. So, yeah, it does give that lift. But now I've seen him then, today. Today's Tuesday, so he's trained. He's obviously going to train Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Maybe a lighter session on Friday. When Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 solid days of training, and the players will probably come back on Thursday, Friday in terms of training with the team. So he'll have 2 days with the team, and he would have been there a total of 4 days training. You try and tell me he can't start against Newcastle? Like KG said earlier on in the show, even if he starts against Newcastle and has to come off in the 75th minute or the 70th minute, I believe we need that buzz. We've got to get the place to be rocking anyway, because Ronaldo's going to be there in the warm up. He's obviously going to walk out, and I'm not saying it won't be rocking if he doesn't start, but that extra emphasis to get over the line to really kickstart his second part of his United career. Why not? Why would you keep him on the bench? Look, Ollie picks a team, obviously, and he's going to see what Ronaldo looks like. Come on, guys. Do we really believe that Ollie's going to take a look at Ronaldo? Yeah, in the shape that he's in, coming off scoring 2 goals in the 90 minutes he played against Republic of Ireland, so he's obviously fit enough to do that. Scored 2 great goals, won them the game, come back, done his 5-day quarantine. Do you really think Ollie's going to look at him and say, you had 5 days isolation, mate, where you were just doing, burpees in the garden. You've had 4 days training. You ain't really fit enough to start. Can you see that? I can't see that. I think Ollie knows how big this is. Well, I know Ollie knows how big this is. And I can't see him not starting. I will be gobsmacked. Like, literally, my jaw will hit the floor if he doesn't start. Seriously. If he comes off, he'll get another amazing reception. Exactly. That's 2. Exactly. He's going to get the first reception. I even saw that he was going to walk into the centre circle by himself. KG said he didn't want to see that. I'm here for it. But he's going to get that reception potentially. Then he's going to get the reception of coming up for the warm-up. Then he's going to get the reception of starting. Then if he has to come off after 70 minutes, 75 minutes, which of course he won't even want to do. But if that happens, then he's going to get another reception. Amazon should do the return movie. Yeah, 100%. And it's been over for ages. Lingard would run down his contract. Raiola 101. I don't know if he actually still is with Raiola. That's interesting. If Fergie's not on the pitch with Ronaldo for the unveiling, it's a travesty, says AP. Do you know what? I didn't even think of it like that. Imagine if Fergie's on the pitch with him. That would be sick. That would be something. It'd be interesting to see if Ronaldo lets Bruno take some free kicks. Do you know what? On that, I would prefer Bruno take free kicks. I think Ronaldo's success rate is not great. He's got the amazing stance, he's got the amazing run up, and he scored some brilliant free kicks over the way. But he's not Ward-Prowse. Do you know what I mean? Not a free kicks. He's not a Beckham. Obviously, not many people are. But yeah, I think he should. I don't think he should take Bruno off of all the free kicks. Obviously, at the beginning, he's going to want to see that. But I think, who was I talking about? Was it Owen or was it KJ? I can't remember. Sort of saying, maybe Ronaldo. Is there any chance? Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Is there any chance that Bruno still gets to remain on pens? I don't think there is. But could Ollie pull rank and say, Ronnie, Bruno's been doing absolutely fantastic. You two just decide one on, one off. Does he go, till he misses one, then you can take it? Or is it as simple as, it doesn't matter, it's Ronaldo, he takes the penalties, which is what I think it is. I think Bruno gives him that. I think he says, listen, if we get a penalty against Newcastle, I don't think Bruno says, I'm the penalty taker. I think he falls back out of respect for him and also out of love for him, because he wants him to get that first goal back and knows what feeling that would be. Jitman says, Flex, you an Xbox man? I'm not actually. I do play it sometimes. I do have one. I do play it at the odd time, but nah, I'm a P5 man or PlayStation man. G'day from Perth, Western Australia. Scott Panton says, I love Perth. Big up to anyone watching from Perth. AP says, I think Ronaldo will give up at least one free kick or pens. Fabio says, Ronaldo still takes all free kicks and pens for Portugal. No chance Bruno is taking those. 100. I agree with that. I think it's that. You fall in line. And also, Ronaldo's coming back home. Like, his stature at Man United is obviously way higher than Bruno's, even though Bruno's the man right now. Flex, Ron is about stats. He takes pens, says Supreme28. I agree. Jack Mo says, am I related to Ty? No, I'm not related to Ty. And where will Peaks be watching the game Saturday? First Row Sports, or will MUTV be rubbing their hands? I don't know. Not trying to get, taken down off my stream. People, I'm sure, will probably just listen on the radio. Maybe people will just do that. Bruno to take free kick still, 100% agree with that. And hypothetically, what CDM would you get? hypothetically, I mean, look, it's looking like a great chance to go for Declan Rice in the summer. You know, Chelsea got Sal Niguez, Kante, even though he's getting on a little bit, but still amazing. Jorginho, Kovacic, they're looking quite stacked. And hopefully Sal has a good season so that Chelsea do well. But if Sal does have a good season and end up staying, then it's another player on their books in central midfield, and it can kind of open up the door for us to maybe go for Declan Rice potentially. So, yeah, we'll have to see. Why are we offering Jesse a new contract? I'm proud of Jesse for rejecting it, so says Romeo Daly Jr. Like I said earlier, Romeo, maybe they're offering it because we don't always remember this as fans. We see it as, why the hell would you give Jesse a new contract if he's not playing and he's not in the plans? But the club are going to see it as, we need to give him a new contract because he's going into his last year. It's going to be 6 months before we know it in January. Not that Jesse is definitely going to go abroad, but he can start speaking to teams from outside of England from January. And then we need to kind of, protect the asset. I know it's not nice because the players are human beings first, but they also are assets to the club. And the club know this. Do you know what I mean? The club really do know this. So I think that's why if we were to offer Jesse Lingard a new contract, that would be a reason, to be honest with you. I've said when Lingard decided to stay, he is greedy. I don't know. That's a bit harsh. Never Miss Rod said that. I don't know. Is it greed or is it just taking your time and working out? Paul Pogba hasn't signed a new contract because, again, keeping their cards close to their chest and just trying to work out what they're going to do. Flex, what do you think of this Pogba talk about Tuchimi? Allow me if I've spelled it wrong. Yeah, you probably, Tuamini. You probably have to, you definitely spelled that wrong, but I'm definitely going to allow you because I don't know how to spell it either. Imagine. Who knows? We'll have to see. Lingard should move on if he has anything less than a stellar season. You can't outset Bruno in that position, to be honest. No, even Donny was basically saying that, weren't he? Donny was saying like, yo, at the end of the day, in this team, I'm ready to pay number 6 and number 8. I can play there in this team. He was asked by Joel, big up Joel. He said, what is your best position? And he said it depends on how the team plays. And he said, in this team, my best position is this. And he said 6 and 8. So he's saying it. He's saying, right, I can play there. I'm ready to play there. That's my position. I want to touch on Sancho as well, actually. Sancho and a little bit on Mason Greenwood, player of the month as well. We'll finish off on that. But just on Jadon Sancho, he's kind of chopped off a little bit. Had to leave. Well, I say he had to leave England camp early, obviously. But he's back in training now, which is a positive. What we were thinking was really, he's come back from England injury, but we need him back. I've got a feeling. I said this on the Flex and KG show. I'll say it again. I just have a sneaky feeling that Jesse Lingard will start against Newcastle. I really do. I know people may say that sounds absurd. I think it's between him and Martial to start on the left, because I just feel like the Sancho thing might have knocked him back a little bit. Will Ollie go with him? It'd be great to see Sancho get a start again. It would, to just try and build confidence and to get a start, his first home start, with hopefully starting with Ronaldo and Varane first home game. That should give him the lift in a game that, we should be quite dominant in if everything goes to plan. It'll be nice to see Sancho start again, but I've got this little thing at the back of my mind. I don't know why. I don't have any, inside info. It's just a gut feeling. I just got a feeling that I think Jesse will start the game. I could be completely off with that. We'll see. Kevon says, when is HP coming back? Love from Jamaica. Yo, I spoke to HP today, actually. We're going to link up. We're going to link up very, very soon. So keep your eyes peeled. We've got some stuff there. Big up to Harry Pinero as well. Obviously interviewed Sancho, Luke Shaw, and Maguire. He took the piss. He actually said to Maguire, like, your head's not actually that big, is it? And Maguire was like, yeah, it's in proportion with my body, really. So big up to them. And Luke Shaw loves HP as well, and he's really good friend with Sancho. So it's good to see people winning. Like the slogan says, HP, we are winning. And he's definitely winning, and the scene's winning, the culture's winning, and we're all doing well, man. So it's sick. Sancho needs his first goal to get him going. Yeah, that's it on Sancho. I feel like I'm not related to Rio Ferdinand. No, Ruben, I'm not. I feel like Sancho is going to take a little bit of time though. And you know what? And with Mason Starboy Greenwood doing what he's doing at the moment, player of the month, 3 goals in 3 games, he definitely starts against Newcastle. We could see Sancho, especially when Rashford comes back, and if Greenwood keeps doing his thing, we could see Sancho not starting all the time, and he has to adapt to the game. And Sancho, Another thing for Sancho is the way that he plays versus the way that we play versus the Premier League. It's kind of like a little love triangle going on, because Sancho is a very intelligent player, uses the ball very well, and he likes the ball at his feet, and he can run with the ball. But he's not really a player who runs in behind a lot. And I feel like the best wingers, the most effective wingers, should I say, in this league, it's different in Dortmund, especially with the way they play football. But the best wingers or the most effective wingers in this league, and to be effective in our team, are players who make high intensity runs. You can say Sterling's not the best technically on the ball with his technique and stuff like that. Can he strike the ball cleanly? That's not his forte. But he's fantastic at running. And I know you need more than that. And Sterling's got way more. I'm not discrediting him. But he has that in his locker. Son makes intense runs, either from out to in or in behind. He'll stretch defenses. Mason Greenwood can do that, even though he's a bit more of a hybrid player in terms of he gets the ball in those little spaces and can jink left or right, and all of a sudden it's a goal. He's a bit of a different proposition. If I look at the likes of Rashford can frustrate the hell out of us sometimes. Marcus can, with his dribbling, kind of head down, dribbling into people. But if you asked fullbacks, would they like to enjoy playing against Rashford, they would tell you no. They would tell you no, because he runs consistently. He runs consistently, he stretches players. Even wingers like Harvey Barnes, he runs. So I feel like Sancho's got some adjusting to do, and maybe needs to add a little bit of that into his game. It was only one game against Wolves and a little bit of an appearance against Southampton. But what I did notice was everything's to feet, and that's fine. He keeps the play moving. He keeps it simple. It's not all about Jadon Sancho. He takes his time with it and he makes the right decisions. But when we want him to start being really involved, I think he's gonna have to up the intensity of his runs going away from the ball to stretch the opposition, which isn't really what he's renowned for. So that's a learning curve. Sancho will be fine. In the long run, Sancho will be fine. I think he's going to be, a great addition to the squad, and he's going to take time to adjust by the way we play, especially with some of the brilliant play. Imagine when you get him on a wavelength with how intelligent he is and how he looks after the ball, his touch, his feet are quick, he's brilliant. Imagine you get him, Sancho, Pogba, Bruno, and Ronaldo all at it. It's frightening. It's frightening. Sancho is perfect when the opposition plays a low block, says Show United. Predict the final score against Newcastle. Well, I'm going to leave that for when I do the preview show. I think I might have said it already in another video, actually, to be fair. I have done. Actually, I've said it. It's out there. I said it in the overview. So I'm going to say 3-0. 3-0 Man United. Sancho is a baller, says Geordie Joshua. And how many goals do you think CR7 will score this season, says Warrior X. Like I said earlier, obviously you must have missed it, Warrior X. So big up yourself. You just come through now. I've gone with 25 in all competitions. 25 goals in all competitions. Let me know, Warrior X. I want to see what you think as well. Let me know how many goals you think he would get. Top 10 dude says, Flex, you got tickets for Saturday's game? You mean for other people? Which is a no. And for me, yes. Obviously season ticket holder. So, I was always going to be going to the Newcastle game before Ronaldo was there. It's going to be something like 5-0, says Tibisio. And I reckon CR7 will get about 25 plus, says Scott Payton. And Warrior X comes back, says, I think 30 in all comps. Okay, that's fair. Ayan says, Flex, would you say Champions League is our best chance of a trophy this season? That's a good question, because I feel like, obviously, when it gets to looking at, cup competitions, they're obviously easier to win over 38 games of a Premier League. Obviously, there's some fantastic teams in the Champions League this year, but I do feel like I look at our squad and I think that probably is our best chance, or a cup competition is probably our best chance of winning something over the league, because consistency has been our biggest problem, and we've shown by getting to the Europa League final, you don't always have to be great to get there. You can get a favourable draw here or there. Champions League, don't get me wrong, we should be getting out of that group, but you could get around a 16 tie that isn't that bad. Then all of a sudden you're in the quarterfinals, you might be okay. So yeah, and with CR7 now, with Ronaldo, with that Champions League experience, yeah, I would say we there should be some great stuff happening in the Champions League. Is that 500 goals in one season for CR7? Big up the little lad. I think his name was Charlie. He was dope. He said he's going to score 500 goals. And to finish off, Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood is the player of the month. Thoroughly deserved, man. Thoroughly deserved. I don't think we can I don't think anyone can argue with that, really, can you? Some of the quotes from Greenwood getting that award are as follows. Wait, let me just grab them for you guys. He said, it makes winning the award a little bit more special for the fans voting for me. I'd like to thank all of them, and it means the world to me to win this award. And hopefully we can kick on as a team and get some more wins. He also says the goal that was his best goal was probably the Leeds one. To be honest, to be fair, back at Old Trafford, it was amazing. The fans were going crazy, so that one was special to me. And he said, yeah, it's been a good start, obviously. There are 3 games and 3 goals. It's been something I've been wanting to do, which is good. I've been wanting to score goals from the start. I had a bit of a slow start last season, but hopefully I can kick on. So, Mason in great spirits there. And just on Mason, man, this kid, his ceiling's so high, innit? One thing I'm not into doing, though, and I know we're very tribal as fans, especially English fans against the other clubs and the other youngsters coming through. I'm not really in, as long as no one disrespects Mason, I'm not really into, he's levels above Saka. Who's Saka to him? He's level above Foden. Who's Foden to him? I'm on celebrating all of these great English youngsters, innit? Because they're flipping fantastic players. A great generation for England. And Mason seems like he's going down the patient route into the England setup, because at the moment, he's the most in form out of all of them. Saka's getting there, and Foden's not playing right now, and Foden's the star boy doing his thing, and Greenwood's the star boy doing his thing. 3 goals from 3 games. But I just feel like a lot of people do that whole, Mason's definitely better. I believe Mason is fantastic, and he is the best, because that's my Man United thing. But they're all fantastic players. But on Mason, he's given Ollie this problem that we really wanted. That it's even though he's young and we've got experienced players here, if this teenager keeps playing the way he is, I have to keep playing him. There was a montage. I can't remember. Apologies, I can't credit you because I didn't see who put it up. But it was on a TikTok, and it was basically all of Mason's goals. A lot of them are so similar, yeah, but you just don't realize how many goals he's actually scored, and the quality of them, the finishing, the one against there was one against Bournemouth season before last when there was no fans. They scored and he went up the other end, licked it right foot, almost top bins, and he took the net off. The one against Aston Villa season before last, went past someone, rattled it with his right foot. What a goal! The one against there was one against Ben Foster against Watford, when he just smashed it and it went in. Ben Foster, no chance. There's one against Newcastle that was like that. They gave the ball away at the back. It fell to Mason. Boom, one time, crossbarring in. He's got that in him. He's got that clinical strike. But then also you look at the ones what he puts in the far corners, like the one against Leeds, like the one in the FA Cup where Marcus Rashford squared it to him. What a ball that was. Little bit of control. In the corner, right in the corner. How many goals has he scored like that? I think there was one against Norwich like that, right in the corner. A couple in Europa League, right in the corner. And then he's got the type of goals where it's coming in from the right-hand side, couple step over, shift his body, bang. Do you know what I mean? Then he's got the one he scored against West Ham, which was, I think it was round Ogbonna. One touch, round Ogbonna, bang. He's just scored such a variety of goals, even one with his head. So, yeah, he's just taking pens with his right foot. The guy's just, the kid's, honestly, his ceiling is so, so high. And I know some people have had their say in him saying, I'm not really sure about this, I'm not really sure about that. Listen, he's got to mature, he's got to keep improving, he's got to keep perfecting his game. And he's learning between 2 positions, let's not forget. Now that Cavani and Ronaldo are here, I don't think, unless bar injuries or really resting people, I don't think we see Mason as a number 9 a lot this season, like Martial. I think our 2 strikers are Cavani and Ronaldo. And Ronaldo's going to play 90% of the games. So Mason's really going to be coming from the right a lot. I don't think he comes. We haven't really seen him come from the left, and that's going to be Rashford's position when he comes back. So looking at him from there, he's had to, look at playing from there and playing up front, and he's adapting. He's growing. I remember speaking to Ricky about him. Ricky was like, "Yeah, I'm not really convinced. He's not as good as people." Listen, man. He's fantastic. He's fantastic. He really is. The goals that he scores, the learning and the understanding of the game that he's getting. Yes, of course, there's been times where he should hold the ball up better and is a little bit naive. But he's 19. Fucking 19 years of age. What a start to his Man United career. He looks the absolute nuts. And JBL Cayman says, "Yo, Flex, are you recruiting? You missed my last message. I haven't seen it. Apologies." Oh, there you go. Are you recruiting? Love the channel. Sorry, apologies. At the moment, we're just a small channel and we're growing. We're going to add slowly. We're going to build slowly. There's going to be a lot of opportunities coming up within this season as we grow here at the United View. Right now, I'm just enjoying it. And when things kind of happen organically, they happen and it grows and we all kind of, grow together. There are going to be age 19, 13 goals. There you go. Look at that. 30 goals, sorry. There are going to be opportunities, yeah. And you guys, don't worry. You guys will be the first to know when I come here and say, anyone want to get involved, we're going to do some fan call-ins and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes about how I want to make this channel be and where we're going to get to. So it's all in due course. So big up to yourself. Not just Tribalism Flex. Everyone in football world raves about Mason. The kid is special. 100% Supreme 28. I agree with that. And Flex, if Greenwood becomes the player we see him becoming, do you think he'd leave United for a Barcelona or Real Madrid? It's really hard to say that so early, but I feel like already he's going to be a one-club man. Like, I know, look, football, anything can happen in football, innit? When the Ronaldo thing was happening, it looked like he was going to go City. I'm there live on Sky Sports saying, this is why we shouldn't get too emotionally attached to players, because you never know. Sometimes the players' drive to go and achieve X, Y, Z will be greater than tarnishing their legacy or whatever. But the story of Mason Greenwood being one of our own, being obviously from Manchester, a local boy, came up through the academy, been in Manchester all his life. Like Gavin Anthony says, it looks like he could become a Man United legend talk rather than he'd get, impatient in 3 years and say, I want to go Barcelona and win the lot. I could be wrong. Who knows? We can't judge. We don't know. But that's my gut feeling. And Rashford, the same thing. I don't think Emma says I think Rashford is more of a one club man than Greenwood. Fair enough. I think it's easy to make that prediction though, Emma, because obviously we've seen a lot more of Rashford and obviously what's going on and how much he speaks about the club. It's very early in Mason's career, but I see why you think that. I agree. Anyway, guys, end of the show. I've enjoyed it. This is what it's going to be: short, sharp videos, late night view. Tomorrow it will be Owen. He's going to be stepping in, so make sure you guys come and join him as well for tomorrow. We've got the Manchester United against Newcastle United preview coming up during this week. I think you lot are going to enjoy that. I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, smash a like on the video and subscribe if you lot are new. I am out of here. Peace.